Hello, my name is Endez and welcome to Devlog 0 for my game Polyverse. Polyverse is a low-poly procedurally generated space sim game with a focus on survival and crafting. Just a little bit about myself before we get into the devlog. I'm a solo developer from Scotland who's been working on this game for about 6 months. I am currently working part-time, so I'm just working on this game whenever I have any spare time to do so. This video is just going to be a little bit of an overview of what I've managed to accomplish over the last 6 months, and hopefully future devlogs will be a bit more in-depth for specific features. So without further ado, let's jump in and I'll show you what we've got so far. Okay, so here we've spawned on an Earth-like planet. As you can see, we've got the dirt and the grass. And I would just like to first speak about the terrain generation. So first of all, the terrain generation is being implemented by Sebastian Lag, and I've also been following a tutorial by Simon Holvis, and I'll link both in the description if you're interested in checking them out. And basically the tutorial by Simon is for LOD planets, which means we can have different levels of detail depending on how far we are on the terrain. So everything around us is more detailed than is further away. It might be kind of hard to see here, but if we jump up high, things that are further away from us are less detailed than things really close. So as we fall down here, we should see the terrain kind of jump up in detail a little bit. We come down, and yeah, we kind of missed it there because there's a bit of a lag spike. That's something I need to work on. Right now, the collision meshes are a little bit too detailed, so it causes a lot of lag when they get updated. But the terrain generation is using 3D Perlin noise in order to generate this terrain, and we can get vastly different results depending on which values we input. So right now I'm just randomly generating values for each planet so they all look different, and obviously we apply different colors as well. So right now we're on the Earth-like planet, which has got a nice blue atmosphere. And I've just turned off the orbits for just now, so we're not currently orbiting around the sun, nothing's moving. But if we do enable that, we start to see a little bit of jitter in the movement, so that's something I'll need to fix in the future. Very complicated to try and get things lined up. I wish it was as simple as just parenting the player to the planet that you're currently on, but unfortunately, due to floating point issues, we need to keep the player very close to the 000 position. Otherwise, yeah, once we get on these galactic scales, we will end up being really far away. But just have a little bit of an explore here. We'll just move about. As you can see, not too much to see at the moment, just grass and dirt. But in the future, we'll be implementing trees and all kinds of rocks and items on the planets and make it come to life a bit more. So I've just turned on the orbits here, so the movement might be a little bit jittery, but I just wanted to show off the atmosphere. So the atmosphere is a shader by Sebastian Lag as well, and it uses realistic light scattering in order to achieve these results, which is really nice. So as we come down, our sun starts setting, and we get a nice red sky, and the atmosphere updates due to the direction we are in towards the sun. So as we drift around here, we're going to get this nice red sunset and eventually go into complete darkness. So it's really nice, and the nice thing about this is we can tweak all the parameters, so we can have different results depending on which planets we're on. We can have all sorts of different colors, so I will show you one of the alien planets' atmospheres next. So I just wanted to show off one of these alien atmospheres here. So here we're on a pink planet, and as you can see, the atmosphere is starting out a nice green here as the sun comes up. And as the sun as we come around the sun more, we should see the atmosphere turning to a nice pink, which is something we wouldn't be used to seeing. And at the moment, the atmosphere, you might see on the recording, there's quite a bit of rubber banding. It's not actually too bad in the game. It just doesn't appear too well on the recordings at the moment. But yep, as you can see, we're coming around the sun, and we are fading into this nice pinkish purple atmosphere. So I can tweak all these parameters and have different atmospheres for each planet, which is really nice. So here we are on one of our moons, and we can see it kind of looks like our planet's orbiting around us right now, but we're actually going around this planet here, this nice blue planet that's got the atmosphere, and you can really get a feel for how the atmosphere shader works there, as you can see the dark spot on the opposite side where the light isn't reaching to. So the moons and the planets and currently the sun just all use the same terrain generation right now, although the suns will be using something different. This is just kind of a placeholder for now. But I wanted to just kind of demonstrate a problem I'm having right now. You can still see the jittery movement, but get rid of my cursor. Also, we can start to see some cracks in the terrain that you might have noticed in the intro as well. Over here you can see these little cracks in the terrain. This is a problem I've been trying to work on for a long time. They do eventually disappear, but this is due to just the way the LOD system works right now. Basically, each of these planets is 6 different faces combined together. It's not just one single mesh, it's 6 different meshes. And right now I'm using a method called stitching in order to stitch the meshes together, but as you can see here, it's not 100% effective. So another problem I'm just still currently working on, and if anyone in the comments has any solutions to this, it would be much appreciated if you could drop that down below. But yeah, it's still something I'm putting on the back burner for now because I would like to move on, and this has been driving me crazy for almost well, I guess like almost a month now. But yeah, it's really cool to be on one of these moons, and you can kind of really get a sense of how massive these planets are, and this sun is just absolutely massive. Right now, the sun is 1,000,000 kilometers in radius, so pretty huge. And here's our blue planet zipping past us again. So yeah, just having a little bit of an explore here, and again, just the terrain generation for the moons is super simple right now. I mean, eventually in the future I might add craters and stuff, but right now it's not a priority. So I just wanted to show off this placeholder for a main menu right now. We have 3 options. So if we select new game, we have these options here. We have a seed, a world name, and whether or not we want to use that seed or not. So all the random generation right now is based upon these seeds. So for example, if we enter in a world name here, and we say we don't want to use a seed, it'll just generate one for us. And now we hit play game. It'll take a little bit of time to load. I do plan on making some kind of loading, although it would be nice just to have a straight into the game, so that's something for the future. But as you can see here, we're loading in, and looks like we're on a nice blue planet, and we've got another blue planet off there in the distance, and our sun's over there. So now if we hop back out and we enter into our play again, we should be able to click on our load game here, and now we have our please subscribe save. So if we click on this, second to load, and we should be back in the same we just generated there with our blue planet, and we're also on a blue planet ourselves. So let's just let this load in, and looks like we're on a blue planet again. It'll pop us in the right orientation, and there we go. We've got the blue planet in the distance, and our sun is over here just coming around. So that's pretty cool. But if we hop back out again, and let's jump back into our main menu, our other option here is to choose a seed of our own. So if we hit new game, and this time we choose to use a seed, and we'll name our world, and this time we will want to keep use seed selected. So now we hit play to wait a little here. And here we go. Looks like we got a blue planet again for this specific seed. This time we don't have another blue planet in the distance, but we do have a moon just rising up over there. So let's jump back out, and just to show you that the seed system is working correctly, we'll jump back in, and we will create another new game, and we will choose to use the same seed as before, but this time we will make another save. So and again, we will choose to use our seed. And we should have the same world that we had before, a blue planet, and our moon should just be coming around here. We'll pop into our orientation, there we go, and there's our moon just rising up there, so that's all working correctly. And just to show you quickly, if we jump back into play mode, we should see all of our saves. Not laid out very nicely, but here we go. We've got all 3 of our saves here, and yeah, it's all working nicely. That's about all I've got to show you for this devlog. I hope you have enjoyed. I'm not sure how frequently I'll be able to upload these devlogs. Ideally, I would like to upload every couple of weeks, but realistically, it could be a month or 2 before the next one is up, as we're still in the early stages of development, and there's a lot to work on, especially with performance issues. But in the next devlog, I hope I can fix the issues with the cracks appearing in the terrain and have the game running a little bit smoother, and potentially have some trees and foliage spawning on some of these planets here. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider dropping a like and consider subscribing, as it helps out a lot. But other than that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks again. Take it easy.